Yeah, like every time you go on social media, man, it's somebody selling something. Well, it's a fucking car, a bitch, or whatever. Well, we good to go. We're in the house. This the bro show. You got Big Sam up in
What's going
here.
on, y'all? Sam Speaks in the
Man,
spot, man.
Keno up in
Yeah,
here.
yeah, life cultivated stuff, baby.
You know him from Rob's Room, Straight Talk, Big Rob up in here.
What it do, people? What's going on?
Everybody here feeling the day. Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody good, man.
Let's give him the top. Let's give him the top.
Boy, male feminism of the black man.
Oh, just male feminism in general. Because
Feminization.
it's happening all. It's not just our race. Because now we starting to understand that this is a war, and I've been saying it for years. You at war, and these motherfuckers ain't playing fair. They want everybody feminized, soft. They don't want no tough motherfuckers for wherever it is they trying to go, or wherever they trying to take us to. They don't want nobody to buck back. And most of the time when I say something, I always try to tell people to go research about what I'm talking about. It was a black scientist. He was paid to go to like tributaries and creeks and like the runoff from any water shelters that was around anywhere that food was being processed, chickens and cows, whatever, or anywhere where they were spraying like pesticides and stuff. He got hired to go and find out what was happening to the ecosystems around where that water was running off with those chemicals. And he found that whatever chemical that they was using was causing a feminization in amphibians, meaning fish and frogs. The male fish was turning to women fish, and the male frogs was turning to to female frogs. You go research it, man. This is real shit. He took his information back, and they took that shit, and then all of a sudden, it seemed like the whole fucking population just was gay, and everybody think it's something natural. I'm not saying it's nothing against it. My son is gay. I have a gay child. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't the only gay motherfucker, well, gay person in my family or my wife family. Like, you know what I'm saying? My wife uncle is gay, and got one of my cousins showed up to the house one day in a dress. He fucking bigger than Kendall. He talking about no bullshit. My grandmother said this ain't your cousin Ivory no more. They some other name they call him. I don't know what it was, but I said motherfucking name Ivory. I'm gonna call his ass Ivory. I'm thinking
I
he
feel
was
that
out.
way too, yo, because
Yeah.
I'm never addressing somebody that I always related to as a man, miss. You bro. Hey bro, what's wrong?
It's not gonna change. Ever since we was little, you
But
was
I
my
don't
male cousin, and
I'm not
I'ma
going
still talk to
to
you like you a man.
I'm not going to disrespect anybody's choice. You know, that's their choice and how they want to live. That's fine.
Gender.
But
Man,
I'm not supporting it either.
some shit is just like I said this. I say it all the time. I mean, common sense ain't so common.
Shout out to my
You
man.
gotta
Al,
look at
man.
things, man. 65% of our households don't have no man in it,
Yeah.
right?
By
So
design.
the I
By
mean, it's a
design.
it's a whole it's a whole cycle in this shit that people don't even recognize. Your son is listening to how you handle situations while you're on the phone with your girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? He just everything. He go to school. All his teachers is women. You know what I'm saying? And he around women, emotions all the time, right? And then even he get to see his mom go through a bunch of shit with a bunch of niggas. And then you hate these niggas and you like, man, what the fuck? But then you go through puberty and then you start feeling guilty because it's like, damn, I feel like those guys. Or the first time you get yourself a little freak or something, you think about the shit that you seen when you was a kid and you like, damn,
That's learned behavior.
I'm betraying my mom right now. Should I be doing this? But you don't have a man there to tell you, sure, this is natural. Listen, this is what you're going through, and bit. You gotta go through it yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you got a whole lot of feminized dudes.
It's not, and it's just like this. Not to go off topic. It's not just men. It's the women too.
Mhm.
A lot of our women, everything is
Yeah.
flip flopping. Everything started flip flopping. When I was in school, I remember who was gay. Out of the whole school was one fucking girl.
Man,
It was maybe one or two dudes that we knew they was gay, but nobody really bothered them.
My own
You know what I'm
daughter, and she's 12, I'm 13. And this was like a year or two ago. She had told me and her mom that she's not sure if she like girls or boys. I told her mother, I said, yo, don't get upset. Don't try to fight that shit
It's a
because
trend.
you're
That's
not
what they-
going to win
You're not gonna
because
win.
it's in the media. And then my daughter said some real shit. She was like, I just act like my father do. You know what I'm saying?
so she like,
So she's seeing more of a male shit. Now, her mom's an awesome mom. You know what I'm saying? But she takes a liking more to the male side. Dad.
Let's get a little deep on why that is though, because chemically, a lot of the shit that we eat has these chemicals that I found. I want to say aspirin or some shit like that. I can't remember the name. It'll come to me in a minute. But those chemicals what causes your chemical makeup to change. You understand what I'm saying? So this is me being who I am. If I was a motherfucker on the opposition on the other side, and I wanted to do something to a certain group of motherfuckers, I'm gonna do everything everything that I know that they need on a daily basis. Or I'm gonna watch them. I keep telling people this is the reason why they watch everything black people do. They keep stats on us like we a fucking sports team.
Well, I'm gonna say this, bro.
Hold up real quick,
Hold
Rob.
on.
I'm gonna let you blast.
I would put a chemical in your Newport. Part of that chemical. I would put the other one that needs to go to it. That's just like you do. When you need to cook coke, you need to cook baking soda, and you need cocaine. So I know you need these two chemicals. I'm gonna put some in your Pepsi. I'm gonna put some in your Newport. I'm gonna put some in your chicken. Because if I put them all in one, somebody gonna find it. They might not take that. But if I put it in everything that's essential into your fucking neighborhood that I know that you need, some kind of way you gonna get them chemicals in your fucking bloodstream.
People think that it just started
It been
with
started,
the movies
right?
of
been
today.
started.
Yo, you could watch movies from the 70s, the black exploitations. It'll tell you all about it, yo. If you go back and look at Three the Hard Way with Jim Kelly,
What they was talking about, the chemicals trying to
they
make
were
your dick
putting
big.
it in the water.
Black dynamite.
Yeah.
They was talking about the
Putting it
40,
in the
the
water.
40 ounce.
The chicken with what's that, Undercover Brother or something like that.
You understand
All
what I'm
this shit.
saying?
And if you can learn a lot of shit
From a movie.
when you watch Family Guy and The Simpsons.
They tell you a lot
Remember
of
the
shit.
gay gene on Family Guy? Hell, that nigga won. I should answer that shit. But, they put all this shit out here, but the best way to do shit is do it in front of everybody. That's how you get away
Right
with
in your
shit.
face.
Yeah, in
But
plain
then,
sight.
what I was
Hidden in
saying
plain
is,
sight. That's the phrase.
when I knew that they were playing around with food and doing shit, because you think about this. Okay, I'm 50, right? Y'all, if y'all ain't 50, y'all right on my ass. Pause, whatever I fucking call that shit. Y'all right behind me. So think about this. When did your elders begin getting sick? They didn't start getting sick till the 80s.
Yeah.
Because they was playing with the food.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of our elders are sick now, because they still in repetitions doing the same shit they've been doing for years, but the food is different.
Yeah.
The soda is different. The cigarette is different. Everything is different. It's got all these chemicals in it now. So that's why everybody got cancer.
I believe mine's got sick from cocaine.
Listen.
The
that?
cocaine is different.
I want to give y'all an example of what Sammy talking about.
That nigga always trying, man.
I want to give y'all an example of what Sammy
Shout out to Mr. Pendell. Rest in heaven, man. Don't listen to your goofy ass son, man.
Hey, man, I learned some great ass lessons from that man.
That dude always had a
Greatest
vitamin.
lessons,
He
man.
always had a
Don't
vitamin.
let up.
Fellas, check this out. Just week before last, right? I started feeling sick and shit. So I didn't know what it was or whatever the case may be. You can hear it in my voice right now. So I go to, like typical shit. I'm in the house and thought it was like My nose was running and shit going down the back of my throat. I'm thinking a regular sinus infection. I go haul as the patient first. The doctor tell me, like, yo, you got a respiratory infection. So I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't smoke. I be chilling this, that, and the third. He said, I got to say this to you off the record. He was like,
You been eating evil ass.
he was like, in my 27 years of being a doctor, he said, I've never seen, he said, I just treated 7 people that came in here for the identical same
And they
thing
was
that
black.
you got.
I guarantee you they was black.
Yeah.
Because the
listen to
food, we had a war. Let me say that. They putting shit in our food that target our DNA.
Let me tell you what he said. He said, it's almost like y'all caught it out the air. Basically. You know what I mean? He was like, it's almost like
bullshit.
y'all caught it out the air. It's like, he was like, this is crazy. Now, this is what I feel. I've had an upper respiratory infection before. Bro, ain't no motherfucking way that I take a Z-Pack. This is 2
Don't
weeks
go away.
after the fact.
It's
And I
a
still
man-made
got
shit.
phlegm and shit like that in my throat. But I don't have COVID. I don't have a cold. I don't have none of that shit. But I still got phlegm and shortness of breath.
And what
Yo,
do
I
they
think
do?
this shit is like a
Put
strain of
next to
coke.
it. What do they put next to it? You know what their famous word is?
What's that?
Acute.
Yeah.
So imagine this though. So let's put the pieces to the puzzle together because we just put them on the table, right? So if I play with the food and I cause all this inflammation in your body, then I come up with a version of COVID or something that causes acute inflammation because that's all this shit is. That's all everything is. Any kind of disease is nothing but inflammation. It's your body at war with something that you done put in your body that don't belong in there.
And mucus.
That's all it is. And they fighting and your white blood cells is losing the war and it fucking turns into mucus. That's all the fuck it is, layman's terms.
Yeah.
Now, if I do all of these things to you and then I throw this disease in the mix, how many motherfuckers gonna die? Because everybody ain't in shape. Everybody don't eat right. So now, okay, so then I throw in the mix you trying to eat right. But I'm controlling the food. I know you're gonna go eat an apple or orange.
How many?
And then they give you medicine made by.
You understand what I'm saying? We at fucking war, but we
how
not
many
understanding
people
this
knew-
shit.
How many people knew that a cow is not from nature? So if you eating beef, you eating man-made animal. If you eat chicken, you eating man-made animals.
If you eat a
you
lemon,
eat
a lemon
turkey,
is not a.
You
You
eat
supposed to eat a
man-made
lime.
animals. It's
Lime is
no-
real.
These don't.
Broccoli is not real. It's like you got
You
to
ever
do
seen
your
a cow in
research
biblical
about all of this
times?
shit.
Nope.
It wasn't no cow.
Same with
It's a
tilapia,
crossbreed.
man. All that shit is
Yeah,
made.
Tilapia, why the fuck would I eat tilapia and they got tilapia eating up the sewage that
The
we
original
we fucking
animal
make?
was oxen
And they
from
combined
back
it with
then.
the,
Yeah.
with
And
the,
what was the?
it
Did
was
you
the
ever see
oxen,
the picture of the
I forget
white
what it
man
is. It's
standing
the
on all
oxen,
the
something
bison and
that makes
oxen
the cow.
heads because that's what the natives used to survive. So they had a armory of motherfuckers that when they was making the trains that they was killing them. So we couldn't survive off of them because you keep wanting to say native
But
and
the
white
cows
native
is the
black
biggest
people.
polluters on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Because they man-made animals. They create a whole
Gas
bunch of
that
gas.
we don't know about.
You know what I'm saying? It poisons
Do
the
your research,
atmosphere.
man.
And the saddest part,
Nobody
Fossil
talking crazy,
fuel,
man.
all
Do
that
your-
shit.
Do your
Yeah.
And
research.
I'm telling you, I mean, like all of this shit. I know, cause I was like,
Because that
dang.
flex fuel is some bullshit.
Like, if you cut out everything, out your diet that's fucked up, you probably gonna starve to death. So
Yeah.
you gotta
But where
make
we
some
at though?
choices.
Where we at right now?
Why do you
Where
think
all of the food plants gone?
Asians live so
And,
long?
and look, when I used to post this, everybody, well, I used to say it on my live, everybody would laugh. We gonna be living fucking Hunger Games. This shit is not a fucking game, yo.
and then the crazy part about it is,
They take
here they go and they start these other stores. You got the Whole Foods and shit. I know everybody's seen this on the news. Fucking Whole Foods supposed to be one of they grow they shit. This shit coming from China. With
But see,
motherfucking
and who we beefing with? But who we beefing with though? Who we beefing with?
It's supposed to be organic. It's supposed to be without
And
no
we eat all
chemicals.
they food every
and all
day.
Tell you that to charge you more,
You spend
man.
the extra little money to get the organic, right? So I'm in the market and I see organic toilet paper. What is that?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Toilet paper go bad. Is chemicals on that?
Anytime it come
paper.
from, I don't give a fuck how it's supposed to be or they call it organic. it's still processed. Once it get on the plane and come here, that's still part of the process.
Yeah, we don't. Where we fucked up, the white man, and I said that the white man is the nigga that you go to the club or you go to the party, and he is the nigga got on all the designer. He got the Bentley out front. He doing it up, but you know this nigga is broke. That's who the United States is to the world.
Yeah.
We owe every fucking plug out this bitch money.
Yeah.
Now the only thing is we got some shit that we've been trying to not have the rest of the world have. Bombs and shit. Oh, you can't have that. But y'all can have a bomb, but we can't have a bomb.
The one thing that
You understand what I'm saying? So now it's like when these motherfuckers calling in they debt, oh, now we gotta go to war. Why we gotta go to war? Because y'all took these people money. We ain't get none of it.
It's just like, hold up, Kendall.
Ever gonna be the United States is with a nuke. And it's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming.
But see, it's just like
with our military. That's what we pour all our money in.
It's just like when you think about shit like back in the day, like, okay, we passed the statute of limitations, so it's safe to say. That's like me and Robbie getting the work from you, and we owe you, but you come ask for the money, we trying to start shooting you when we owe you. You know what I'm saying?
That's the United States.
Yeah.
And that's
I had
what
to
we
break
at.
it down to the street level for people to understand.
So now you want to argue about why we send all these $1 billion in aid to all of these different countries.
Miss
like
Hawkins.
right now, we funding the motherfuckers that's fighting Russia. But why we fighting them though? Why we helping them? Because that part of land is very important.
Yeah.
You can't let Russia take that over, right? So it's like, okay, we gotta go up there, get them a couple dollars, try not to get in the beef. We know they beefing, but we giving them the guns. It's the same shit we've been doing forever.
Same with Afghanistan, because Afghanistan is the largest in poppy
And what did they
fields.
do? What did
To
Bin
make
Laden
heroin.
do? What did Bin Laden do? We backed Bin Laden, we put him in place, and then he said, fuck us. Same thing happened with Gaddafi. Same thing happened with
But Bin Laden
Castro.
set shit on fire over there.
This is what I'm
They said,
saying.
"Fuck 'em."
But this what happened
This
with
what they
Castro,
want.
though.
But that's what they want you to think. I believe half of that shit, Bin Laden didn't do shit over here. A lot of that shit,
He didn't.
The
That's all,
United
it was all
States
part of the
did
plan.
to make it to where as though, like, that's some conspiracy shit. That's just what I believe. I believe that the United
That's the
States.
pins, Rob. Don't shut us down, you two.
I believe that's what the fuck they did.
This is only for entertainment.
Yeah, right. We don't own the rights to this.
But for real though, for real, and it all spin back to what we talking about the male feminization, because once you understand, and I said this a million times, you gotta know how the shit operate to survive in the maze, because you living in a fucking maze, and you need to know how it works in order to survive, to know how to move through this shit, because most of the shit I'm talking about, somebody somewhere saying, these niggas talking crazy. No, we not. All you gotta do is you got a computer that you watching us on right now. Research. Research that shit.
We're not gonna come at you with some shit we don't know what
fucking
we're
illiterate
talking
you are. Put your speaker on and say research the black scientists that found that the frogs was turning gay. I guarantee you it'll come right the fuck up on your phone.
But you said a key word just now, Keno. Elaborate on that. You said it's a tactic.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
to really survive, because you were a Marine.
Like he said,
you know what I mean?
like he said in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, it's all a war. You know what I'm saying? Everything about everything, if you learn history, everything is about a war. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual war. You know what I'm saying? It's a this war, it's a that war. Listen, they want to keep us docile. We talked about this before. They want to keep us docile. If they not feminizing us, then they using our women to create a barrier so we can't get to them.
Either way, it's a shun.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's all in military tactics.
That's
All
all
my
it is.
military people who've been out there
From the
step
inside
back and
out.
look at this shit.
It's from the inside out.
You know what I'm saying? The way your military tactics that you learn, your skirmishes and all the little tactics, the war tactics, take a step back, look at yourself. Look at where you at. It's all a tactic. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. What pisses me off so bad is that they lie to us in our face with the dumbest lies ever. and we just be like teeth and palms. I'm good. I ain't mad at you, my dude. Just let them lie to you.
And you know what covers that up? They shower you with some money.
That's it.
They give black folks some. You think about it,
One
right?
black motherfucker give him $1 million.
Every time
he gonna turn on everybody. He gonna do all the craziest shit in the world to get
every time when it's a tragic situation happening to a black person, they get a family $2 million. You know what I'm saying? Hush money.
Freddie Gray.
Yeah. George Floyd, Eric Brown, Trayvon Martin. You don't hear nothing about these people no more.
When I came from corrections, right, because of all the shit that I went through with all those crazy politics, man, I was fed up. I was like, man, fuck this shit. I just want to be regular people, right? And listen, I don't mean to offend nobody who I worked with before or nothing like that. I mean, it just wasn't my place. That's all I'm saying. I go to manufacturing and shit, you know what I'm saying, and all day long, I mean, for 12, 16 hours, you like, you learn how to do this shit. It'd be difficult the first week or so. You'd be like, oh shit, and then you just do that. All right. Then after that, you're doing the same thing over and over. Repetitions. And then like you get sick of this shit, right? But when you get sick of it, they offer you some overtime. It's double time. It's triple time if you do it on Sunday, right? So you just there, right? And then one day you get a day off and your fucking kids look different. They didn't grow up on you and shit, you know what I'm saying? You get to work, is a fucking parking lot full of high-priced cars. It's a fashion show in that bitch. But nobody know you motherfuckers. You in there for 12 to 16 hours a day. You working your whole life for some pretty ass toys and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you still being a slave.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
I'm
that goes back to
losing
what I
these
said
jobs.
earlier. They need us, right, to fund the shit that they. Well, we was having a conversation outside of the show. They need us to fund the shit that they know about on this planet that we don't know about. They need somebody to go do the work to fund the shit.
Saddest shit ever. Listen, this old.
Think
dude,
about
right?
that. Because money is phony. You can live your whole fucking life without money. It's tribes that's in the jungle ain't never been civilized.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need no fucking money to survive.
Big
Money
and
was made for you to have a goal to work for somebody else, to basically be a slave. That's basically what that is. You chasing something.
Well, it starts with the school system as well.
But
They
you've
train
been
you for a
programmed
job.
from day one.
Yeah,
If you pay attention to anything that they talk about, what it say? Give me a child until the age of 7. I'm gonna make them do what exactly what I want them to do. Because they're your most impressionable years, your first 7 years.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? So why you think that they do us the way that they do us? It's hard to get a motherfucker deprogrammed. It's easy as shit to program.
Yeah. But getting deprogrammed is the
How many
hardest
niggas
shit
you
in
know
life.
that when you was in corrections? I know niggas that didn't. I remember my cousin he did about 18 years. The first time he came home, he was in the kitchen. And I mean, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. He in the corner, leaning on the wall, on the phone. I said, yo, you is not in prison anymore, yo. I know, yo, it's just that I'm just da-da-da-da-da. I said, yo, you in your whole fucking routine, like you still locked up.
That's like my man when he finished with his halfway shit, man, and we was standing together and shit, man. And I had to tell him, nigga, I said, yo, you know, you niggas ain't locked up no more, yo.
Yeah, you ain't gotta
He
get
got
up
the soap.
fucking early up.
He got the soap, the
around
towel,
his-
everything on the hanger. You know what I mean?
I told my guy, I said, yo, literally, yo, you is not locked up no more, man. But that was because he was programmed that way, man. Locked up so long, you've been programmed. And if you think about everything is a program. To have you stuck in a loop, repetitious, right? So now, if I make you even more docile, spinning back to what we talking about, you ain't gonna buck back.
Yeah.
Fuck you gonna buck back for?
And then to piggyback off of what you said, both of y'all said, Sam, you too, Fat, how they give us the money to try to shut us up. I ain't gonna lie, you can't give black people that ain't never really had shit no motherfucking money, because all they gonna do technically get his shit right back.
No,
That's
you
it.
got- you
It's
got-
gonna go back in the system.
don't
I
agree
never
with
understood
You
that
got-
why they never gave us.
Not
that.
all.
That's the key. You got
Why you ain't
the
allow us to
problem
make no
is,
money?
This is what they do.
We ain't
to
going.
us.
You're
right
only
about what
race
you're
of people
saying,
that don't
but
got a
the
country
problem
culture.
is they run us through a rinky dink ass school system that don't teach you shit.
On purpose.
School ain't never teach me. My mom taught me how to balance a checkbook. You know what I'm saying? Manage bills and shit like that. School don't teach you that shit. They put you in a fucked up. They teach you how to be desperate and work for other people. Then you get a lump sum of money, and you don't know what the fuck to do with it.
Yeah.
You gonna fuck all the bitches. You gonna buy all the
And
tenders.
if you don't,
I'm
have
not
parents
gonna
that
lie,
know
yo.
a little
Some
bit of
niggas
shit,
that I knew
you gonna go buy a
back in the
brick.
day, they sold China white. So then you'll kind of know.
Yeah.
But motherfucker used to go to
Yeah,
Charlie
they all
Blue
got
Rose.
50 each.
This is what I'm trying to say. You go to Charlie Blues and would go in there and buy 20 pair of white Reeboks classics, 20 Russell sweatsuits. No bullshit. Same outfit all the fucking time. Didn't know what to fucking do with itself.
Yeah.
Never, people never seen that type of money. Have
But
that
his
type of
parents
power.
couldn't tell him nothing because they ain't seen no
Tell him
money
nothing.
before.
Can't
So
tell you
nobody can't tell him. Like nobody don't know to tell him. Listen, man, you need to get an investor and talk to a lawyer. And
I'm gonna tell you some
Half
real
of the
shit.
niggas, I didn't mean to cut you
Go
off,
ahead,
man.
bro.
Let me say this real quick. Half of the niggas out of our area that they hustle. You feel me? Like you said, we passed the statute of limitations. If you ain't have a homeboy like a Sam in your corner that you was with regularly, that could school you to, yo, this is what you supposed to do with your money. You fucked your money up.
All the
Period.
time.
Every time. I'm
And
talking
it was,
about
it's a game.
or-
Listen to my breakdown on hustling, right? Hustling is a 9 to a 10-year situation. Well, it used to be. I don't know what it is now because these fentanyl niggas, they make millions of dollars and they don't know what the fuck to do with they sell. It take you your first 3 years of hitting the block. You're gonna make the money. You're gonna blow it because you never had the money before. You're gonna, if you make it that long, I'm gonna keep saying that. If you don't get killed or you don't get locked up, you get past your first 3 years. The next 3 years, you're gonna try to attempt to make what you was making in your previous first years, because nobody told you that that money was money, right? If you don't get killed or go to fucking jail. Now, on that 6th year or 5th or 6th year, you should have a conscience by now. You should have a fucking brain where you should say, whatever I get, I'm going to invest, I'm going to do this. If you don't get killed or go to fucking jail. By the time you look up,
Keywords.
listen to what I'm
Killed
trying to tell
or
you.
jail.
By the time you look up, nigga, you've been outside or you've been riding around selling shit for 9 or 10 years. Life has froze in your lane and life has passed on everybody else's. You don't even realize how much time and energy you done dedicated to that shit.
Yeah.
And you might not even make it, nigga. It's worse than the NBA, worse than the NFL.
it was crazy. I be telling these young dudes in the program, like, if you can do that, you can do
That's a business.
anything, man.
It's a
Like,
business.
how many variables are you looking at? You looking at cruddy dudes in the street, police.
You ducking and dodging so much shit, man. It's
You
almost
surrounded.
impossible for you to not
Your
make
mom
it.
and auntie stealing shit.
Everything, yo.
Your man,
Think
and
about
them,
it.
man, yeah, it's just damn.
One thing I remember, yo, is for some odd reason, somebody always came and got me when I was out there. When I got out there, somebody came and say, "Nah, yo, fuck that. You too smart. Why the fuck is you with these wild ass gun toting ass niggas and that ain't who you are? You ain't no chump, but that ain't your lane. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right, then come over here. I'm gonna show you how to do this." Like all the old heads would somehow kind of corral me and grab me, and then I would take that knowledge. And then when I really like got out there and was ripping and running, I had my father's Vietnam jacket before niggas was even buying fatigues. I took my father's name off my jacket. I had his jacket, right? I had well, I tell a story all the time. Wu-Tang used to get their hair cut in our barbershop in the Junction. And they used to be with Kenny and Carlos. So they used to bring us Timberlands and shit. So Man Nutty was like one of the first niggas looking like New York niggas. But that was my everyday routine. Like I looked like a crackhead at some time because I would just let my hair grow. I had no hair on my face, but I would be out there so much to the point. This is how I got hooked by my dad. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad was always schooling me ever since I can remember. I come home, my dad say, "Is you fucking getting hot?" You know what I'm saying? Because my routine was I never really was in the house. I never went to sleep. I seemed like I never washed my ass. I had on the same clothes. I'm running. You know what I'm saying? It was get up 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, go sell diamond in the rod down Mount with Sweet Pea and them, then come uptown, go fucking sell coke and then sell crackhead. I was selling crack. Like I was never sitting still. I was always doing something. And I
When we
remember
were kids, I thought you was a fat Mexican. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So my dad says, "You getting high?" And I say, "No." So I lift up the mattress, stacks of bread. My father said, "Oh, okay." And then that's when the real, like my father always had real conversation with me, but
Yeah.
that's when the real conversation came. All right, nigga, I can't hold your hand. That's what you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught.
Yeah.
Don't be dumb. Don't do dumb shit. Watch it. Like I got the whole rundown. Watch your friends. The da 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 da. People change with the man. I got the whole fucking rundown.
Don't never let roads come to you like your son.
And then
Irish.
my dad was
father used to say
always.
that shit too.
It was crazy because my cousin Donald, me and my cousin Donald, my grandfather was even watching us somewhere where we was hustling and we didn't know it, and my dad was the same way. So it was like when we got to a certain point, it was like, oh no, y'all really, nah, come on, you gotta go talk to these people. You know what I'm saying? This is what the fuck you gonna do. You making too much money. Do this, and you gonna do that. You gonna sit down, you talk to this man, and you go talk to this motherfucker. And 92, I had a conversation with a person, and the motherfucker talked and really never really say, um, uh, he never would tell me like direct with, cause he couldn't. You know what I'm saying? He was one of them. He was that powerful. He was one of them people who couldn't tell me direct about. But he told me in 91, 92, we gonna get a basketball team. We gonna get a football team. We gonna get gambling. Like he told me all of this shit, and then it's like, and you are gonna buy property here, here, and here, and I'm sitting there like, okay, because I understood what the fuck was going on. Like that's why I was, and then that's when I started learning that you have to understand what the fuck is going on so you can survive in the maze, because you in a maze. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I got to where I'm at.
So basically, you brushed up on your tactical skills.
I took every fucking thing that was around me and I used it. My dad's a Marine, and that, you know what I'm saying. That's why my dad never talked to me like I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I've never had a conversation with my dad where he's like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?"
You never been called.
I never had that shit in my life because my wife always say that you miss your childhood. No, I didn't. I had a childhood. It's just that I wasn't. I wasn't a kid. I was never around nobody my age. Everybody's always older than me. So I guess that's turned me into, and then my sister wasn't born until I was 10. So I was like, my programming is crazy.
You was like quick out there.
You know my punishment was when I got punished because I was outspoken, so I always got in trouble in school. I got put out of Bible study, my nigga. That's like my brain was. That's the same shit I'm talking about now. I was doing as a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My punishment was to read the almanac and an encyclopedia. That's how I be knowing all the shit that I know because that was my punishment. It was a 2 for 1. Nigga, you gonna get in trouble, but you gonna learn something. You know what I'm saying? It was like one of them situations. So I would argue with the fucking preachers and shit. Like, I used to I'm gonna tell you some
when your mind worked like that.
Christ was a space traveler. They put me out of Bible study.
You drift away from your homeboys.
How the fuck can he be in all the places at one time? The fucking space traveler, yo. They put me out.
Some shit I used to like to do. I used to like to go to the little spots like right there on Emerson Avenue and Poplar Grove and just listen to the old drunk dudes talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I would spend time just sitting there listening to them bullshit and talk. There's a junkyard like right by West Side Shopping Center. Niggas just congregating there and just talk shit and drink, and I just go and just listen to what they talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they got stories.
Yeah.
Good ones too.
Everybody got a story.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, most of the shit I learned from the males in my family. Like my father put me onto religion early. You know, he told me when he came home from Vietnam, he didn't come outside for 2 years because he was so like the shit that he went through. He was advanced. He wasn't a teenager no more. He wasn't a 22-year-old. He was basically forced to be like a 30, 40-year-old in his mind to survive. So it's like he didn't relate to nobody no more. So he said that's when he studied religion, and my mother was into church Christianity kind of heavy, but my dad wasn't, and he never forced none of that shit on me. So it was like he sat down and he sat me down and he told me, he said, you are the church. God damn it. He said, you are the church. This is the temple. This is the steeple, and this is God right here. All of this right here tell you everything you need to know about yourself. And then he say you want to learn anything. He say if you don't believe me, study the religions. All of them got the same 10 Commandments, 42 laws of Mayat. You can go in the Quran, they all got this. They follow the same guidelines because they all come from the same.
Even in Taoism and Buddhism, all that stuff too. It's
the
still
same stuff.
Guidelines and principles. Love thy father, thy mother. You know, treat people with respect.
He told me if you live by those rules, you'll never have a problem.
Like I was saying,
once you figure yourself out,
that's the most important part.
Maneuver like that.
That's one of the most important parts.
And that's a key thing. Period. I didn't mean to cut you off, Kenny. That's a key thing. Period. A lot of these niggas don't know themselves, bro.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's a lot. I'm talking about not just men, but it's women too. They don't know who they are. They don't take the time to even get to know who they are, learn what it is.
And that's one of the reasons that they fall into it's almost a trend being gay.
That's why we're the last.
Think about that. It's almost a trend.
That term of last of the
gay.
Mohicans, yo, that's us.
I asked when the women
started. We're the last generation.
When the women started going to women a lot, I already knew what that was. That's like a psychological thing to me because if you don't like yourself, you don't like how you built, you think this bitch getting all the niggas, or she getting all the attention, or she getting what you want, you start looking at her more than you looking at yourself. And then you start falling in love with a fucking woman. Man, that's really what a lot of them
these
start
women
out like.
Do not like this. They don't like themselves at all. They don't like how they look. Themselves. But little do they know that they doing all this cosmetic shit, and to us, they all starting to look alike.
Like blow up dogs.
And then they wonder why we choose a pancake bitch.
All these toys y'all got. All these toys y'all got, when they make this pussy in the can shit, y'all is done.
Yeah.
Y'all is done. If they make a robot or a pussy in the can, they already got that little half of ass with the y'all is done, nigga.
I posted earlier about the views. Yeah, because I'm a still guy. I can't fuck with that. But look, I posted earlier, man, like, they manufacturing some more husbands for you women.
You stop fucking pussy. I don't give a fuck what's going on. Very funny, man. Don't say that they put that shit.
You mean a militant nigga in the woods and shit. Fuck my bitches. The shit gonna say pussy.
Hey, yo. I love my
shit, yo.
Fuck that.
I love my bro, yo, but he said pussy in the can.
Beating the can. Nigga be doing tricks with it.
We done got blocked off to an option, nigga. We ain't shit, nigga. This bitch got 18 toys and you trying to battle against you. How the song go? You stuck up on the plastic and I just couldn't stop her. Nigga. Come on, man.
You say you gonna kiss her on her neck. She just turn it up another speeds.
Nigga, think about this shit. They got a fucking toy that moves like a fucking caterpillar. It can fucking touch the pussy and she can put something in her ass at the same. How the fuck you gonna do that, my nigga?
Nigga, I do it.
You need help. You need to call your man.
Straight ass from the back.
Swivel fuck out your hips. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to be talented. Take this hand, play with the click. You got to be talented.
This nigga doing a Chippendales dance on the
back
bitch.
in the day, right? My man was getting money, right? So he had this whole thing where he was fucking with bitches and all that shit. He called me. He said, yo, man, guess what happened? I said, yo, what? I got the two bitches and fucking. I done took my shit and all that. I'm getting it in. He said, nigga, we going for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. He said, I done bust up. I go in the bathroom. These bitches still fucking. He said, yo, I come back 30 minutes later. They still fucking. He said, yo, I told them bitches, y'all got to get the fuck out my motherfucking house. I said, no, nigga, that's what you want. You got what you wanted.
No.
You got to understand, women are
Viagra to
emotional.
war.
Think about women are
That
emotional.
had brought the hammer down. When he came out the bathroom, they should have been sleeping. Yo. They should have been sleeping. Both of them.
This dick game was whacked, man. We should never tell that story to nobody else.
Yo, listen, yo, ain't no way.
Cause I'm gonna get two bitches. Yeah.
I'm gonna drink a water, and I'm back in.
I'm gonna get a bitch the ice cube, let her sleep.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
When I was a teenager, I used to call my cousin like, yo, I think I'm gonna get this pussy. Let's run 3 miles.
You said you been that bitch like Gusto when he thought he was gonna fuck what's the name? What was that
I'm
word?
coming in with a headband on.
I need to drink the water like, yeah.
What's wrong you got on now, bitch?
Y'all ready? Let me do some push-ups real quick.
Kano approach the pussy like this and start doing the doing the
No,
chest
too much
flex.
energy. You gotta waste it on them. When I come out, that's my biggest fear. They shut the door and you hear giggling through the door like, oh shit.
Yeah.
No, they gotta be sleep when
Hey,
you
but every nigga done went 4 and out though. Every nigga, that shit that happened to every nigga.
You can't do that in a threesome.
Uh-uh.
You better get you some gas station drugs.
What you say? Them bitches might bite you in that motherfucker.
No excuses in a threesome. You say, this don't happen all the time. This don't happen all the time, y'all. No.
And the worst was that a nigga want to hear from a bitch. Oh, wait, don't worry about it, baby. Maybe next time.
And then they bump your head.
It ain't gonna be no fucking next time. They going to Junior's party after that. Like, fuck this nigga.
A disclaimer, I've never done any of that.
Shit.
I'm married, man. 32 years with my wife. I love my wife.
Fuck that. We have listen, I commend Sammy for being the great guy that he is.
Right.
But shit, I'm pretty sure this fat motherfucker right here, this muscle bound motherfucker, and this big head motherfucker been in threesomes. I don't give a fuck what that.
I ain't had a
And we
bucket
love
list in 3 years.
Yeah, right. But see, that's another thing, man. When dudes say, man, shit, I had me a threesome. Like, man, we was doing that shit.
That shit years ago.
Yeah, like, man, we doing it in teens and
I think
20s.
you corny
I'm
as
gonna
shit
tell
for
you
telling
some
me
shit.
Yeah.
My thing was, and I think there's a real reason why
We used to
got
trick
with my
bitches
wife,
into
because that was
threesomes.
during the transition of my life when I kind of had, I straightened my shit up.
He got the book from Baba Op on
No,
CB4.
this is what I'm saying though. Me personally, I was in when we was young. I was the light skinned curly head. So I was fucking like, you know what I'm saying?
They
And
thought you were a rare case because we thought you were a Mexican, man.
You gotta hear that, bro.
Yeah.
I used to hit bitches all the time. We passed the statute of limitations of Miss McKinney too, so don't take it. Don't think we saying ill. But that was the word all the time. Oh, Sammy, Sam. I'm like, who the fuck is Sammy? Then my man said, oh, that's nigga Sam, because he was like a ghost all the time and shit. I said, oh, that's him? Oh, okay, that's dude. Like, I didn't know him at the time, but it was always in passing because I went to school with Jeff and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh, him.
Niggas don't even know he was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas don't know that, man. He was the first one.
Uncoordinated
Man, yo,
shit.
to this day, he's still angry at me about something. Cause where he was at, he was lazy. And that's where I surpassed him because he had a lazy.
He was the pretty guy. You know,
Nah, but he was in a
But he knew how to get
position,
that bread,
he was-
too.
He was in a position that he used to be lazy, and he wasn't no gunman. I was a gunman, and where he was at, he washed my back, so I got paid to wash his back.
Yeah.
And then I kind of Did I was just watching BMF before.
Oh shit.
So how they went behind the dude.
Oh man.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all, I gotta tell the story, yo. The nigga used to come up on the hill, and if you worked up there, he would be doing little shit to see how tough
Oh
he
yeah,
was.
y'all remember this.
Pull the gun out and all that old dumbass shit. And like, I seen the nigga. I was up there by myself, and I stayed. Everybody knew I stayed strapped. So I said, I'm gonna get this nigga. He come up there, and it used to be like a picnic table and chairs and shit. I had on a fatigue, like I used to tell him, but I was laying on my back on the ground. This nigga come say, where the fuck this nigga go at? I hear him whispering this shit, right? And I jump up, bitch, get on the ground, smack him on the side of the head with the gun. What the fuck you doing up here? Yo, it's me, yo, it's my shit up here. I said, bitch, don't come up here with that shit. Nobody know fuck you. Yo say, nigga, you come up here tomorrow? I say, I'll be up here tomorrow. Nigga, fucking pack look like a pillow, nigga.
See, niggas never understood
Yo.
what you used to be doing. Cause I remember times of coming through the junction and you just laying back. Niggas think you just chilling, got your fatigue shit on, you laying on the hill. I'm like, yo, man, that nigga got about 3 big jam means over there. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking go over there and try to, not dick ride me because I just knew how
But I understood that. Like, I never looked at nothing as if somebody was coming and they was like, I'm for some odd reason, I'm an energy person. I figure your energy out way before I, like, you know what I'm saying? That's just like we all old enough to know if somebody cool and you know how to deal with them.
Oh, yeah.
Or if they're an asshole. You just old enough at this point to know. My sensory was like that at a young age. Like, I could see if a nigga, then once I figured that you was cool and I talked to you. So the first thing is I have a conversation with you. I have a conversation with you. I want to see where your head at. You know what I'm saying? And once I see where your head at, then I see where you fit in my puzzle at.
But it's funny because some of the younger people,
Still like that to this day. Though.
some
Still
of the younger people have learned
it
how
really
to do
helped
that.
me in business. Like, that shit really
My
worked
daughter
in business.
picks up on people's energy quicker than a motherfucker.
That goes back
That's how I
to
look
kind
at
of
it.
some of the stuff we was talking about earlier. We don't get deep enough. We don't research. We don't believe some of these things. And I was taught at a young age. I never forget it. My great grandmother, she was a slave. She picked cotton, and my father's mother picked cotton. Like, they were slaves, and they was closest to our ancestors who was from Africa. And they practiced shit. They did like voodoo. They did all kind of shit. They used shit around them. My great grandmother grabbed me when I think I was probably about 6 or 7 years old, and she said something to me that stuck to me to this day. She said, when you get a little older, listen to your body. Don't never deny your body. She said, you got some shit in you that's gonna come out, and don't be scared of it. And it's like, as I got older, I started to understand what she was talking about. She's talking about your intuition, all of that shit. Like, your senses, you see, you feel shit, and you know what I'm saying. She's like, don't deny it, because you'll get to an age, if you deny it, then you won't be able to use it later on in life.
That's why that's why I started being introverted in life, because, like, it's difficult when you growing up with that shit, because
it's like you
put
feel
people
weird
on shit, and
they
be like,
don't get it.
They think you weird. They think you weird and shit.
Here you go again with that shit.
Woke ass nigga.
Yeah.
Here go this woke nigga.
That shit make you. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Don't do if you got somebody in your circle that do shit like that all the time. Don't make fun of them, because that motherfucker know what's coming.
Let's say your life.
I'm telling you.
Ask my cousin,
I'm gonna fall back.
Captain Gardner, and my cousin John, one time when we was beefing, and I had got shot, but I got shot because I pushed John out the way, because I knew the niggas was getting ready to start shooting before anybody knew. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas like, yo, how the fuck you knew they was over there? Like, my energy, niggas, like, my intuition don't tell me. And so it's like, ever since that day, if I'm with, like, my day one niggas, and if I say, let's go, nobody question me, they don't say nothing. They know it's time to get the fuck out of the spot. Something get ready to happen. And every time it happened, nigga call next day and say, yo, such and such, something happened, such got shot. I was like, I told y'all.
His had to do with your dad too, man. It's crazy, right? Because I started writing. I was telling somebody about this. See, My dad was a prankster all the time.
You
You
was
know,
telling
I
us about that.
He
Yeah,
used to
playing.
play all the time.
He's basically
That-
grooming you though.
Right,
We
just
come to the
grooming you, but
house
that
and
was
shit.
that
Y'all come
military-
like
that was that
sneak from
military
behind
shit.
under the couch because he was slim a little,
Mm-hmm.
and he jump out on us and shit till it got to the point
He
where
was used to it.
we
When
wasn't
you come
like,
in, you start looking for
that's
clues.
Mr.
Like
Pendel, yo.
I see my dad's shoes in front of the couch. All right, that nigga don't walk with no shoes on. He in here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be right. He'd try to jump. I knew you was there that time. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, when you get out there in the real
That's what he
world,
grooming you for.
those senses. You know what I'm saying? Those senses.
You already
He trained you
activated.
for that.
You
once
activated
step
already.
outside. You looking left.
You already
You
active.
looking right.
If you ever
you
noticed,
observing
most of the
everything.
time, some stuff in your DNA don't click in until certain situations happen to you in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff that's in us that we don't know nothing about, and some of us know, but we deny it. We push it down. We act like you crazy. I ain't crazy. I ain't
It's
got
not
that shit on.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
gotta get
saying?
comfortable being uncomfortable.
Me, my
'cause
dad,
all that shit is
we
uncomfortable.
always had conversations about certain shit, and then it's crazy because something he'll say to me or put me on to something, and then the shit will happen to me.
Mm.
And then I'm telling you some shit my father told me. I'm fucking this girl, right? Father come in the room, he busting the room, I'm fucking. Shit, you got rub on? I'm fucking, like, all right, shut the door. Come back, in the bathroom, washing the dick off and shit. Say, listen, put a rubber on me, fucking that girl. She too pretty. And I was like, all right, man, you know, man, you think you getting some pussy, you grown, you know what I mean? Like, I'm that shit. Next day I woke up, I couldn't piss. My father came in that bitch and he was laughing. He said, nigga, I told you since you was a kid, when I tell you something, it's for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been here before you. And motherfuckers been here before me, and I learned from them. He said, anytime you fucking fuck a girl and you don't trust her, if you just getting your dick sucked or something, he said, take a piss in your hand and rub it on your dick. Right? I was like, damn. He's like, yeah, that's some Vietnam shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I was like, yo, okay. And it's like, after that, I never not listened to my father ever again. Everything my father ever told me, I listened to.
That's how it was with my dad, man.
It might be some crazy ass shit, but then
Yeah.
when you actually in life and something happened to you, then you like, damn, it's always like he's standing right there. Like, I fucking told you that shit was going on. Like, you know what I mean?
Damn
Like,
shit right now, you know what I mean? My father been gone, 3 years now, you know what I'm saying? And it's just the lessons, never go anywhere because that same shit happened with I don't know, maybe something a father do or some shit, man, busting the motherfucking room. He was drunk, telling me about the fucking
but then he
Bulls
come back
game.
and say, God damn, that little bitch fat.
Yeah, no, my father was ignorant. He'll say the shit right there, like,
damn, little
damn,
bitch.
Yeah.
All right, man, continue. He
He
closed
be
the
like,
door.
"Oh, you like them thick girls now? It's too early. They gonna be real
Big.
big later."
Yeah.
Yo, my father told me some shit.
My father said that bitch a
running
hamburger
over-
away
and
from being
all of the shit
overweight.
that I did, like, father, my wife, and being together, like, I listened to my father. You want to know how the girl that you really like and you think is she the one, go talk to her mother. Go around her mother. Go talk to her grandmother. Because she ain't nothing but a smaller version of them. And then go see what type of relationship she got with her father, because that's the kind of relationship she gonna have with you. You understand? It's like, all of that shit that you learn from your elders, man, we think is not important is important. And then it's the same shit about, we talking about the feminization shit. You know what I'm saying? That comes from, it was more prevalent because there's no men around. 80s, 90s, they was wiping us out.
Started washing.
You need to know how important it is for a mother and a father. You never know what point in life that your kids need what parent.
Our biggest
You'll
problem,
never know that.
Our biggest problems is that, like, even though our parents told us shit, you gotta go back and you gotta do your own research. That's what I was talking about when I say they just shit on us right now. Face. They tell you, You want to hide something from a nigga?
Put
Put it in the book.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody done heard that before. Did that come from a black person?
That's like now. You can, when I say research,
Open a book.
if it ain't on no audio type of shit, a lot of y'all not gonna listen. Y'all not gonna read it.
Yeah, I just had
Not
that
gonna read it.
conversation with somebody where as though I was explaining to them about a book. And the nigga was like, is it on audio? I said, nah, nigga, read the fucking book.
But then let's go back to about being programmed and designed. Why are we like that? That comes from slavery. They took your language and then they took your ability to read. Right?
Mhm.
Why you think we so visual as a people? Everything, and that's why they got your ass with that phone, because everything with that phone is visual. The minute it took me, when Facebook came out, I think it took me like 3 or 4 years before I got on Facebook. And when the IG came out, I just got on IG this year. You know what I'm saying? Because when the first time I went on IG, I got it. I was like, this shit right here, man, is a visual eye fuck, yo.
I don't know if it's
Duck.
I don't
Yes.
I don't know if it's good or bad though, cause like I love to have a physical book, right? But part of my wind down time is being by myself and chilling. So while I'm riding along, you know,
audible-
my little
the audible
hustle and
helps.
shit, I'm listening to an ebook.
Mm-hmm.
But then I found you doing that, you hustling, riding, doing your thing. You go through 3-4 ebooks
Yeah,
a
you might have to
month.
go back like
That's a
3 years.
lot of information.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, being a truck driver, I have a routine.
So I get 2 in a day. Shit,
I do.
showing up.
So the audio, as far as with the audio books, because I
It will
do
stick
like to
with
take-
you though.
Yeah, yes.
So
Like you,
I passed the test in school, right? And everybody wanted to know how I did it. And I'm saying that I cut you off because I wanted to say this, how important it is. I had to study Beowulf, right? I'm smart. I had to do Beowulf, and you had to recite it. It's the only way you pass this fucking class. You gotta recite Beowulf. So my ass kept saying, how the fuck can I do this shit? And then I thought about it. I said, what is the most thing that we do? We listen to music. Back then it was cassettes. I was like, I can listen to a cassette all day. I know every fucking word on that motherfucker. So what I did, I read the shit out loud, recorded it, and everybody kept saying, how the fuck did you memorize it? I just let it play all night while I was asleep. When it was on, I got up in the morning, I had it,
Program
and I
yourself.
that's a program. You understand what I'm saying? And I went in the class and I passed me and Joe out from the tile shop. We passed that shit before I
We had Macbeth.
but you know what's crazy? That's the same as with the pre-trip on the trucking test. You know, because you had your CDL. You have to. I took and I read the whole pre-trip. I walked around and read it, so that, and I listened to it every fucking day
stuck in your head.
until it was like it's just like a radio. Like
Yep.
you can hear a song, you hate the song, but you listen to
You
the
know
radio
words
every day.
You know the
Before
words.
you know it, you saying it unconsciously.
And plenty of times I've been
been
cutting a nigga
programmed.
hair
That's why it's
and be
called
singing
programming.
Britney Spears. And I don't like this, bitch.
Yeah, you just.
But it's just in my head because I kept hearing it. If I went in Royal Farms, I heard it. I went in
You work
7-Eleven.
somewhere and the music that they
and
play,
hear it.
you know that shit. Like
But-
if you turn on the radio, everybody say, how the fuck you know every song that just came on? I got one of them memories. I see something, I got photographic memory, and then I hear something and I don't forget.
Like chicks didn't understand how I could sing Thomas Dolby from the beginning to the end. She blinded me with science. Like, and I try to explain, like, yo, you may not realize, but I come from an era where we didn't have hip hop on the radio.
Hip hop came on at night.
We didn't have it.
Nigga,
We
my
saw
grandmother lived on
BTV
Baltimore and
and shit
Smallwood
like
across the
that.
street from Potato Chip Factory, and my aunt lived on the 3rd floor. And I used to sleep on the 3rd floor. You can see the whole West Side Shopping Center lit up at night, and that's when the black music came.
The first rap, the first hip hop I ever heard was Houdini, Friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the only. That's
And
the first one
originally,
that
the
resonated.
breakdance
I think I was
music
in the second
was
grade.
really Euro pop music.
Nigga, the first song that they ever played in Baltimore that was hip hop was The Message.
Yeah.
I remember, nigga, we was on we was at 25th Street. In the back, I said, what the fuck is that? Don't push me. I'm like, yo, this some of the
This is
realest
the
shit I've heard in my life.
Stick up, kid. What you done did?
shit for shit. All my cousins was locked up. All that shit was real as shit. Nigga.
Just like I try to tell people, how could you not, and we're gonna get out of here after this, and we about to go over time. How could you not pay homage to the original? People always say, favorite rappers is Jay-Z and Nas and Biggie and stuff like that.
Tears.
Yo, you gotta start out with Grandmaster Cash, Melly Mel. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this because
I'm talking about far as rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers don't.
And then not only that, when
go
I
back
was
and do your
young, I was
homework.
taught
Go
to
watch
listen to
Wild
the
Style.
message.
All that shit.
Like my favorite hip hop song is "It's Yours," T-La Rock. You gotta go back and listen to what niggas was alluding to when they was talking about shit. Even Rakim, when they was out, they was teaching you shit. KRS-One, nigga, I knew what he was talking about because, like I said, I had to read the encyclopedia and I had to read the almanac and all of that shit. So when he started talking about shit, I was like, I know that. That's in the fucking Bible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like he's telling you
You
some
must
real
learn.
shit.
See, these dudes made me feel like it's okay to be smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you listen to they look, you like, damn, what? Yo, hold on, did you hear what he said? Rewind that shit. Niggas just listening to the beat.
Yeah. My name
Hey,
is Rocket My Law.
Nobody's equal. When
That stands for
most
raw.
niggas first
When you
came
turn
out,
it around, it still comes out raw.
you know what I'm saying? It's like when niggas like that, and then the time period that they was in, they was 5%ers. They was the New York niggas was on a whole lot of shit, and that's mainly because they was in a melting pot. So most of the people that's coming across the world was coming from different places. They was winding up in
That's the
New York.
most diverse
so you was
city.
learning all of these different cultures. So when niggas was putting that in the music, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when this how you gotta understand how powerful we are as a people, yo. They understood that shit. They had to take the music from us.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't take it, they would have lost control. So you think about it, at one time, all of hip hop was on the was on the radio at once. Everything. I don't fuck what it was. You listen to Will Smith, you listen to Rakim, you listen fuck KRS-One, like, you know what I'm saying? Then they took it where they controlled it, and then they gave you.
Because the originators of
And they
hip hop
gave you all
weren't even from the United States.
Because of what we was talking
Who
about
worked from
earlier,
Jamaica.
what they realize is music. It does something to us.
Your
in our
DNA,
spirit,
activation
and
DNA.
they don't understand it. That's why they make jokes about that. You know, they
You
do got jokes about us being
85%
and
water.
shucking
What
and
does
jiving
water
and-
do when you add frequency and vibration to it? It changes, it moves, it makes shapes. It's the same thing that's
What
happening
kind of
in your body.
music was
So if I lower the
always
frequency,
played?
you're gonna stay in a low frequency, low vibration, which is murder, death, kill, reptilian, fight or flight. That's where you're gonna stay. If I up your vibration, you go listen to some Earth, Wind, and Fire. You hear some different sounds and different frequencies. You're gonna go into some love and gratitude. That's why they took the shit from us. That's why they don't even give us love songs anymore.
When you
You know what I'm saying?
when you
They
watch
took all of that from
when
us.
you watch shit like Scarface, right? You always know something about to happen because the music is monotone and it's just like
It's
kill,
a study.
kill. You can sing kill, kill. to it.
Research this when we get off of here. Germany did a study. Music controls the mind of the people. You heard me say it a million times. They did a study. And this is when they came and they brought all these motherfuckers from across the pond and the water to the music industry to infiltrate us, to take over the music industry because they knew if they changed the directions and the sounds and the frequency, they can control us. And what have we been doing since fucking 86? Killing each other.
Stand lit.
What they
Killing each
understand,
other.
what they understand is the 85% is not really listening to the words. They know
They
that the
listen to the beat.
vibration, the beat is gonna bring them in. So now just tossing these words, right? Toss these.
And you
words
gotta
and
understand,
tell them
because
laugh at each other.
you get a
when
little
they die.
deeper. Words
Shoot
are
each other.
spells, right? So if you use certain words a certain way, basically they casting a spell on your ass. You don't even understand. I want you to go and listen to everything that you listening to right now. Pick any 5 songs, and I guarantee you that they sound the same. I guarantee you, the rappers sound the same. You couldn't tell them apart. The women sound the same. You can't tell them apart. They all talking about the same shit. Fuck a nigga, fuck a bitch. Go get the drugs. Go fucking smoke some shit and smoke some weed
Killing
and
it.
drink something and
Smoking
go
on
do
your
a drill.
baby
I'm gonna
mama.
kill this nigga and then I'm gonna fuck his baby mother. They all talking about the same shit, doing the same shit repetitiously.
It's a spell.
It's a loop.
Like he
You
said.
under a fucking spell. And when I'm like now, I noticed myself when I just really started paying attention. I don't even listen to music no more. I don't go in my car. I don't turn it on. I don't turn it on. When I'm in the house, I DJ. I get on my shit so I can stay up on certain shit. But that's kind of hard to do too because I don't like the new music. But it's like if I'm gonna try to DJ, I gotta fucking play it. You
I
understand?
listen to all
It's like-
party shit, man.
Yeah, but like when but you still gotta practice.
You might hear me riding down the street listening to Kid play. I mean, I listen to everything. Yeah.
But I don't listen.
But I grew up, like I said before,
If you don't have
I grew
like
up on
satellite
jazz and
something
funk.
or like some shit that you want to listen to, you're not gonna find what we grew up in. And it's sad because like when we go out, I've been having this conversation with all because most of my brothers is DJs, so we have this conversation. So the other day when we was at Euphoria, we had a bet kind of going on how long it was an R&B night, so everything's supposed to be R&B. Like you know, we had a bet on how long that was gonna last. Not from the DJ standpoint, from the people, because the women, not the niggas, the women want to hear trap music.
Oh yeah.
And the women that's my age and older or close to my age want to hear the trap music. They don't even realize that they've been pulled in and sucked into the bullshit. You know what I mean?
I went to 80s parties and they played trap. I said, man, what nobody know fucking trap, man.
And that's because these motherfuckers don't even remember the 80s songs. And they older than me. They in there looking like the niggas that's their grandkids.
Or the TikTok shit. They play that shit too. But this been the Bro Show. We up out of here. Big Sam in the house.
You know,
Big Rob, y'all.
We up out of here, man. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for checking
We always
out.
lose track of time because we just want to give y'all
We
these
just
vitamins.
we come up with a topic and then we beat around it, we be on it, we get off it. It's a seesaw.
Peace.
Holla at you.
Peace out.